I'm really hopeful about Matrix 5. I just found out it's actually in the works and it's got me excited. When Resurrections was first announced and I watched the trailer, I was so hyped. I really thought it was going to be a deep, serious continuation of the story. In the end, Resurrections turned out to be more of a meta-commentary than the immersive sequel I was hoping for. While I was a bit disappointed, I still have to give it credit for being unique. I get that bringing back The Matrix could just be a cash grab, at least for the original creators, but since they've already played that card, a Matrix 5 could actually go in some really interesting directions. As fans of the Matrix universe, we know there's so much potential to tap into. Imagine a show or movie set during the main events of the films, but zooming in on a different hovercraft crew. With that setting and the limitless possibilities of the Matrix simulation, there's a huge opportunity to create something truly unique and fresh. The sci-fi war, simulated realities, deep philosophy, kung fu, bullet time, there's so much potential for an expanded universe that could be even more fascinating than what we're seeing with Star Wars, DC, or Marvel. So, yeah, even if it ends up just being a cash grab, who cares? I'm all in for more Matrix. And I am glad that movie is kind of officially in the works. This new installment will be the first without Lana or Lily Wachowski as directors. Instead, Drew Goddard, known for The Martian, will step in as director, writer, and producer, alongside his partner, Sarah Esberg. Lana Wachowski will remain involved as an executive producer, having worked on the previous Matrix movie Resurrections back in 2021. It's exciting to see what direction this next chapter will take. It's still unclear which characters from the Matrix universe will return for Matrix 5. Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss have been the heart of the series as Neo and Trinity, while the last film introduced new faces like Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Jonathan Groff, Neil Patrick Harris, and Priyanka Chopra Jonas. As for the plot, Warner Bros. Motion Pictures president Jesse Ehrman teased that the story will expand the fantasy world of The Matrix while staying true to the elements that made the franchise so iconic. Drew came to Warner Bros. With a new idea that we all believe would be an incredible way to continue the Matrix world, by both honoring what Lana and Lily began over 25 years ago and offering a unique perspective based on his own love of the series and characters, Ehrman said in a statement. The entire team at Warner Bros. Discovery is thrilled for Drew to be making this new Matrix film, adding his vision to the cinematic canon the Wachowskis spent a quarter of a century building here at the studio. It is a good thing that Drew Goddard, known for his Oscar-nominated work on The Martian and his writing credits on Cloverfield and World War Z, will take the helm for Matrix 5. He's also directed The Cabin in the Woods and Bad Times at the El Royale. Goddard shared his excitement for the project, saying, "It is not hyperbole to say the Matrix films changed both cinema and my life." He expressed deep admiration for Lana and Lily Wachowski's artistry, which continues to inspire him every day. Now, there's been a long-standing theory about what The Matrix 5 could focus on, and while it's an exciting idea, it's already been explored within the franchise. The Matrix universe is vast, offering endless possibilities for new stories, but many fans have fixated on a particular direction for the next film. After 4 movies centered around Neo and Trinity, it's clear that there's still plenty to explore. For Matrix 5 to succeed, it will need to bring something fresh to the table. Unfortunately, the popular theory about where the story should go next may not be the right path forward. It might end up revisiting territory that's already been covered. For Matrix 5 to really succeed, it would be best to take the story in a prequel direction. After 4 films centered around Keanu Reeves' Neo, it's time for the series to shift focus. Neo's journey has been told and retold, and bringing him back in The Matrix Resurrections didn't exactly pay off. While Keanu is more popular than ever, another film with him as the lead feels like it would be treading familiar ground. The next installment would benefit from exploring the world before Neo, diving into the origins of the Matrix itself or other untold stories, instead of trying to rehash Neo's journey once again. A prequel could open up fresh storytelling possibilities while still honoring the world built in the original films. The Matrix universe is huge, and there's no shortage of untold stories within it. After the events of The Matrix Resurrections, it feels like there's not much left to explore with Neo. The best way forward is to look into the past and dive deeper into the untapped lore that hasn't been explored in the films yet. There's a lot of history surrounding the various cycles of The Matrix, which were briefly touched upon in the main series, but never fully fleshed out. These forgotten cycles could be the perfect foundation for Matrix 5. With the popularity of this theory, it's clear that a shift away from Neo's story to explore these origins might be exactly what the franchise needs to recover from its recent missteps. Matrix 5 shouldn't try to be an origin story because the Animatrix has already covered that ground. While it's tempting to dive into the machine war since it's a huge part of the Matrix universe that hasn't been fully explored in the main films, there's really no need. Fans already got a detailed look at the rise of AI and the war in the Animatrix. One of its segments, the Second Renaissance, walks through the events leading to the war itself, and the creation of the Matrix. It's all there, so a retelling of that story in Matrix 5 would feel redundant. So, should Matrix 5 be a prequel that changes the events of the Second Renaissance, or should it go in a completely different direction? Well, one way to make the Machine War prequel storyline work is by retconning the Second Renaissance, which could be an option. The Machine War is a huge story that could definitely work as a full-length film, whereas its version of the Animatrix was just a short part of a bigger anthology. Matrix 5 could make the Animatrix version non-canon and tell a fresh origin story for how the Matrix came to be. However, changing the Animatrix might not be the best move, since it's often seen as one of the best Matrix movies after the original. Plus, the Animatrix is one of the few places where we get stories that don't focus on Neo, and messing with those could risk damaging the whole Matrix universe. Retconning a non-Neo story outside of the Animatrix might upset fans who love the extended world of the Matrix. In fact, Matrix 5 could show the origins of the Matrix without retconning the Animatrix, though it might make things a bit trickier. One way to do this would be to carefully craft the story so it doesn't contradict anything from the Animatrix. Since the Second Renaissance covers the broad history of the world, a more personal story set during the Machine War could easily fit in without clashing with the anime. Another approach could be revealing that the Second Renaissance was told by an unreliable narrator. In the anime, the story is framed by a character, the Instructor, who's narrating from Zion's archives long after the events took place. So Zion's records might be wrong, which could explain any discrepancies between the Second Renaissance and the story in Matrix 5. This solution could keep both the Animatrix and Matrix 5 intact, which seems like a solid choice. Well, that's it. Please share your views and opinions in the comments section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated regularly with the latest update. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you at the next one.